Be kind to one another, tenderhearted, forgiving one another, as God in Christ forgave you. Ephesians 4:32. One of the Christian counselors and online personalities that I have a great deal of respect for is Randy Schroeder. In a recent post, he talked about forgiveness. I thought it was insightful and relevant, and I'd like to share it with you. He writes, "Most apologies fail long before the other person decides whether to accept them. They fail in the wording. I'm sorry if you were offended. I'm sorry, but you have to understand where I was coming from. I'm sorry you feel that way." Each of these sounds like an apology. None of them is one. Each quietly relocates the problem into the other person, their offense, their misunderstanding, their feelings. A real apology has two parts, and both are simple. First, name the offense specifically. Not, "I'm sorry about last night," but "I'm sorry I hurt you by raising my voice in front of the children." The word hurt is doing important work there. It acknowledges that your action landed on a real person and caused real pain. And using the word hurt demonstrates compassion. Second, ask directly for forgiveness. Will you please forgive me? Those 5 words are the ones almost everyone leaves out, and they change everything. An apology tells someone what you did. A request for forgiveness hands them something to do. It moves the conversation from your guilt to reconciliation of your relationship. Forgiveness has its own 2 options, and this is where many people get stuck. Sometimes you can say, "I forgive you," and mean it fully. Other times, the wound is too deep for that to be honest. For those moments, there is a second and equally valid response. "With God's help, I will work at forgiving you." That sentence, "with God's help, I will work at forgiving you," is not a lesser form of forgiveness. It is often the braver one. It refuses to perform a healing that has not happened yet, and it commits you to the work anyway. Saying it out loud is itself an act of grace. A true apology requires humility. Genuine forgiveness requires courage. Both can be difficult. Apologizing and forgiving open the same door. Without them, a truly fulfilling life and healthy relationships are nearly impossible, because every unrepaired hurt or disappointment stays exactly where you left it. Be kind and compassionate to one another, forgiving each other, just as in Christ God forgave you. Ephesians 4, verse 32. Build the habit. Think of one person you owe an apology. Not the largest one, the one you have been putting off the longest. Say both sentences to them this week. Name the hurt specifically, then ask for forgiveness directly. Great words of counsel from Randy Schroeder. May the Lord grant you an extra measure of grace as you respond to this invitation this week. If you'd like to learn more about the resources that Dr. Randy offers, you can go to his website at drrandyschroeder.com. Press on in the Lord.